So this video is a free course on how to make long 3D animated cartoon stories like this.
In the sunny village of Obio, 10-year-old Abina danced along the dusty red path. Her dress was faded, but it had bright orange flowers that matched the warm African sun. Abina's family did not have much money for toys.
Using free AI tools. To get started, we need to first of all get the story we want to make. In order to do that, open a new tab and simply search Google Gemini, as you can see right here. Then click on the first link here. You are going to be taken into an interface that looks something just like this. They might ask you to create an account. Simply do that. What you are going to do next is to simply paste this exact prompt in there. And don't worry, I'll leave other prompts we are going to use in this video in the description. Simply copy it from there. There we go. It reads, write a story on, and this is where you are going to enter the title of the story you want to create. So in my case, my title is The Poor Girl Who Found a Rabbit in the Forest and Decided to Keep It as a Pet. It continues to read, she is 10 years old. The setting of the story is Ghana. Now the setting of the story is absolutely important because this sets the whole scene. I know what I'm saying is just basic sense, but what I'm trying to say specifically is it also determines the skin color of the cartoon you want to go in for. So be very specific or particular about the country right here. It continues to read, make it bright and really colorful. Since the video is targeted towards kids, age range 5 to 9. So this is where you are going to enter the age range you want to make your videos for, and mine is from 5 to 9 years. It continues to read, now break the story into chapters. Each chapter should have 160 words and complete the story at chapter 2. You know what, before I explain everything, let me just click on submit right here. And before you click on submit, make sure you come to the section which says fast. Click on fast and change it to pro. There we go. And now click on submit. Now while it is generating everything for us, one thing to know is this: in order to generate a very long story, it all depends on the number of chapters you are using. Here's the deal: the many the chapters, the longer the story is going to be. The shorter the chapters, the shorter the story is going to be. Keep that in mind very well. As you can see right here, it is done generating this story. So this is the first chapter of the story, and this is the second chapter right here. What you are going to do next is this: after generating the script or the story successfully, we're going to move on to the next step, and that is changing this script right here into an audio format. Now if you are a long-time subscriber of this YouTube channel, or you have been watching my videos for quite a while now, I'm definitely sure you know the platform I'm about to recommend. Open a new tab and simply search Speechma, as you can see right here. Then click on the first link here. You are going to be taken to an interface that looks something just like this. Now this particular platform is 100% free with unlimited generations. So what you want to do next is this: you are going to go back to Google Gemini just like this, scroll up to the first chapter right here, then copy the entirety of chapter 1, then go back to Speechma and simply paste everything in here at the section which says input text. Click on the box and simply right click and click on paste. What you want to do next is this: don't click on generate audio right away. You're going to scroll down right just a bit, and as you can see right here, there we go. All these here are the voice models you can select from to use as your voiceover. So for the sake of this particular video, I'm going to select any random one as an example, and I might change it as we go on because I might like a different one. Anyways, in order to select the voice model you want to use, simply click on it and make sure it is highlighted. Let's say I'm going to use Andrew, so just click on it. It's going to be highlighted black just like this. Then scroll back up. Now one thing you should also keep in mind is, since this particular platform is 100% free and you don't need to create an account before generating your audio, they are going to show quite a lot of ads. Just ignore it. And also, in order to prove that you are a human being trying to generate your audio, you are required to input a code in here. So what you are going to do is you are going to click on this refresh icon right here to generate a new set of codes. And what you are going to do now is to enter this exact codes in here. What you want to do next to this, you are going to come to this section which says voice effect. Click on voice effect. This section is where you can actually adjust the voice, control it any way and anyhow you want it to be, or how you want it to sound like. So let's say you want it to be fast, that is the pace. You can actually increase the speed right here. If you also want to sort of decrease the pitch or increase the pitch, you can just adjust it right here. What you want to do next is to basically click on remember settings and simply close this here because you want to use the exact settings for your next chapter, and simply click on generate audio to generate the audio. There we go. As you can see, it is done generating the audio. What you want to do next is this. You can either play to hear how it sounds or download it straight away. So just click on download right here to download it onto your device. Now you are going to go back to Google Gemini and repeat this process for every single chapter of the story. In my case, my story ends at chapter 2. So I'm going to copy chapter 2 one more time, then go back to Speechma, scroll back up, click on this erase icon right here to erase everything from there, and simply paste the new chapter in here, which is chapter 2, and proceed with generate audio and everything. After successfully generating the audio, let's move on to the next step, and that is generating the images for the story. In order to do that, simply go back to Google Gemini, right? Then scroll down and paste this exact prompt in there, and don't worry, this prompt will also be in the description. Now make sure this section right here where I'm hovering the mouse pointer, click on it and make sure Pro is still selected. Let me make this much larger. Perfect. Now I'm not going to read everything to you because it is going to be all over the place, and as you can tell, it is very long. That said, the only section you need to pay close attention to is this section, which is the image style. That is how you want your image to look like. And in my case, with the first section of the prompt, it is the image style is 3D cartoon pixar style. This is where you are going to change it. If you want to make yours realistic, simply enter the image style is realistic. If you want to make it 2D, 2D, pencil art, pencil art. I believe you get what I'm trying to say. You know what, before I click on submit, I might have to show you some one or two things here and there, so let me explain it to you. Basically, right, what this prompt is going to do is this. After clicking on submit, Google Gemini is now going to identify the total number of characters in this story. Now the reason why I'm smiling is because if you are a long-time subscriber of this YouTube channel, you know that in order to maintain consistency with the characters of every story that I make, this is the format I follow. So basically, we are going to maintain consistency with the characters of the story. So in order to do that, we are going to ask Google Gemini to first of all identify the total number of characters in the story, then give them specific, or let's just say unique identities. That is specific hairstyle, nose size, eye color, clothing, and nationality according to the story. It is now going to give us one image prompt per sentence of every paragraph of all the chapters. So example, if paragraph 1 has about, let's say, 10 sentences, it's going to give us 10 image prompts for every single sentence. And the craziest part is it is also going to tell us which sentence each image prompt belongs to, making the editing process much more easier. And here's what it is actually going to do. And just as I said, this is how I maintain consistency in literally all my videos. That is when it comes to the characters. What it is going to do now is this. Instead of it giving us an example, let's just say Amma is running to school, my favorite example. What it is going to do is this. The AI, that is the AI image generator, doesn't really know who Amma is. It basically knows Amma is the name of a person, that is of a girl or a woman. It doesn't really know specifically. So in your first sentence, if you don't use this one right here, Amma could be a baby. In the next sentence, Amma could be a girl. In the following one, she could be an old lady. But what this prompt right here is going to do is this. Instead of it giving us, let's say, Amma is running to school, it is going to replace Amma's name with her accurate individual description it generated earlier on. That is a 10 years old Ghanaian girl in a specific clothing with a specific facial features is running to school. I believe you get it. This way, the AI is not going to base on a name, rather it is going to base on a description that is actually doing something. I believe you understand. So that is basically it. All you need to do next is just click on submit right here. Perfect. As you can see, it is done. So what it has done is it has actually given us the characters. That is, it has identified the characters, and it has now given them specific, or should I say unique identities. So the first character here is Abna. Since it is taking place in Ghana, the characters are going to also use their names. So we have Abna right here, her nationality being a Ghanaian, her age 10 years, this is her hairstyle, facial features, nose size, and basically everything else right here. So the same thing goes for the other characters as well, which is it Cuckoo, if I'm pronouncing it right, that is the name of the rabbit, along with her mom, etc. So basically, if we scroll down right, as we can see right here, number 1 is for the first sentence of the first paragraph. So this is the image prompt right here. Now this is the animation format right here. This is what is actually going to help us animate the image into a video. So the same thing goes for the next sentence as well. This is the second prompt. and this is the animation format. And don't worry, it is going to repeat this for every single sentence of the story, and I mean the entirety of the story. Another thing you need to keep in mind is this: all of this right here is AI. It is not perfect, so sometimes you might have to animate, that is, make a few changes to the prompt it gives to you to get the exact one you want. So what we are going to do is this: we are now going to change all these prompts into actual images, and the platform we are going to use for that is also another Google related AI tool, and that is Wix. Open a new tab and search Wix AI. Then click on the first link right here. You're going to be taken to an interface that looks something like this, and as you can already tell, I have generated quite a few images myself, and everything looks just perfect. I believe you can see it right here. So before we move on to the next section of the video, let's take a look at this platform, Mind. Honestly, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right or wrong, but they are the sponsor for this section of the video. In short, this particular platform is an all-in-one AI image and video generator. Here's what I mean. After creating an account and landing on the home interface, when you come to this section where I'm hovering the mouse pointer and you click on agent and you make sure agent is selected, all you need to do is just describe whatever you want and it is actually going to bring it to life. So basically take it as your own personal assistant. Check this out. If I should scroll down right under video ads, all these videos right here are examples of what you can actually generate with the AI agent. Check it out. It is as easy as clicking on, let's say, UGC video ad. Let's take a listen to this.
I am so excited to share this with you all. It's the perfect blend of warm florals, and honestly, the bottle is a work of art.
All you need to do if you actually like this is to just click on create similar. It will take you to this interface. Literally just describe whatever you want. Make sure agent is selected one more time and you are good to go. If I should come back to the home interface and click on agent one more time and click on images, all I have to do next is describe the kind of image I want and I'm good to go. But I have to make sure to click on style and select whatever style I want to use for my images. And as you can see right here, there's a lot you can pick from, and we will talk more about Nano Banana and Nano Banana Pro in just a bit. The same thing goes for the videos as well. If I should click on image and select video, all I need to do next is just select this section where I'm hovering the mouse pointer, click on it. As you can see, there is a plethora of AI video generation models you can select from. Now let's say for some reason, right, you really just don't want to use the AI agent for something really complicated and you just want to generate your regular video and images. Here's what you are going to do. You are going to come to this section here. You're going to hover over AI video, then click on AI video generator. And all you need to do next is literally just describe your video and it is actually going to generate the videos for you. Again, you have to make sure to click on this section right here which says Sora 2, and as you can see, this section right here, since it is actually dedicated for videos, there is much more AI video generation models you can select from. If I should come back to this interface and scroll down right, as you can see right here, all these at the bottom are examples of videos you can actually generate, or should I say video effects you can use as inspirations. You're not to generate just an image. You're going to come to this section here which says AI image. Hover over it, then click on AI image generator, and all you need to do is literally provide it with a reference or describe the image and come to this section here which says Nano Banana Pro and select the model you want to use to generate your image. The thing is, recently Google released Nano Banana Pro, and with that you would have to pay quite an amount to be able to use it, but this particular platform here is actually going to let you use it 100% free to generate unlimited images. Obviously, it is going to be a limited offer, so make sure you check it out right after watching this video. As you can see, it says enjoy unlimited free use of Nano Banana Pro in this particular platform here. But let's focus at this section here. It says 100% free for a limited time, so make sure to check it out if it is something you are actually interested in. Let's continue with the video. And don't worry, with this particular platform they might also ask you to log in with one of your Gmail accounts, but it is free, and I mean totally free with unlimited generation. So what I'm going to do is this: I'm going to open a new workspace. Perfect. You are now going to go back to Google Gemini, right? Scroll up and start with the first paragraph, that is the first sentence. You're going to copy it like this, right click on copy, go back to Wix, paste it in here, There we go. Perfect. Now you're going to come to this section where I'm hovering the mouse pointer. Click on it and select the aspect ratio you want. If you are going to upload yours on TikTok or Instagram, then go in for the portrait, which is the 9:16. But if you want to upload it onto YouTube, which in our case is for YouTube, we are going to select 16:9, which is the landscape. Select it and now click on this arrow right next to it, and all you need to do is just sit back and it is actually going to generate two for you. It is actually done. So just take a look at this. This is beautiful. This is actually perfect. So we are going to go back to Google Gemini one more time, move on to the next sentence and then copy it just like this, which is the prompt. Go back to Wix. Perfect, and simply paste everything in here. There we go. We are now going to click on this arrow right next to it, and let's just wait for it to generate everything for us. This right here is perfect. As you can see, the images, or should I say the characters, don't really match up. This is what I meant by this is AI. It is not going to be perfect. As you can see here, it says hair. Instead of using the actual character, it used hair. So what we are going to do is we are now going to go back to Google Gemini, scroll up and just look for the character we are referring to, which is the main character, and just copy her description right here. Let's use the one in the first paragraph. Perfect. Right click on copy, go back to Wix and then replace her or the entire section that was referring to her. Right click and click on paste right here. There we go. All you need to do now is just click on this arrow and let's just wait, and the character is actually going to look the same. There you have it. Now as you can see, the character looks the same. So this shot is sort of a wide angle shot, which is the first one, followed by the second one right here, which is a tight shot to the face. Let's move on to the next one. You're going to go back to Google Gemini, move on to the next sentence, which is the third one, highlight it, copy it, go back to Wix and simply paste it in there. There we go. As you can see, this is the image. The scenery and everything has changed, but the character actually looks the same throughout. You can tell that this is Abena we are referring to. This prompt right here is absolutely wild. Anyways, what you are actually going to do is you are now going to repeat the section right here for every sentence. You're going to copy every sentence image prompt, come to Wix and just paste it in there. But always make sure to use or generate the images in that particular order. Sentence 1 followed by sentence 2, then sentence 3, 4, 5, 6 in that particular order. I believe you understand. With that out of the way, let's move on to the next step, and that is putting everything together, which is the editing process. Now I know most of you might be saying, well Steve, are we not going to animate the videos, that is the images? Yes, we are, but this particular section right here actually ties in with the editing process. Yes, you can go on ahead and just animate it right away, and that is it. But here's the deal. Imagine animating every single sentence. It is going to be all over the place. So in order to avoid that entire complicated stuff, what we are going to do is this. You are now going to use whatever editing software you have available, but the one that I prefer you go in for is Capcut. A direct download link will be in the description. Simply download it from there and launch it just like this. Then simply come to the section which says import. Click on import and import the audio you downloaded from SpeechMart just like this. Then drag it onto the timeline as you can see right here. Now what we are going to do is this. After setting it up just like this, we are now going to go back to Wix, then animate the first image into a video. Then we will come back to Capcut right here and actually match it up with the right scene or the right sentence. Then we move on to sentence 2. So let's just get started, or should I say let's continue. Anyways, go back to Wix just like this, scroll up to the first scene right here. This is it. I'm going to use this particular one right here, and yes, as you've noticed, if I hover over it, it says animate. Google Wix can actually animate it for you, but there is a limit on the amount of videos you can generate with this particular platform, so I really wouldn't recommend it for you to use it to animate your images. That said, it is perfect and great at it. You are going to click on the download button right here where I'm hovering the mouse pointer to download it onto your device, as you can see right here. You are then going to come to Google Gemini. Then since we downloaded the first image, right, you're going to copy the animation format, the animation style for that particular image prompt. So this is the first one right here we downloaded. We are now going to copy the first animation just like this. There we go. You are going to open a new tab and search Grok. Then click on the first link right here. You are then going to be taken to a new interface that looks something just like this. They might also ask you to create an account. Just do that. What you want to do next is to come to this section right here which says imagine. Just click on it. you're going to be taken to this interface. But before we move on with the animation process and everything, what I want you to do is this. Come to this section while I'm hovering the mouse pointer right. Click on your logo after signing in with one of your Gmail accounts. Then click on settings. You are now going to come to this section which says behavior. Click on behavior. You are going to see the section turned on like this. Make sure to turn it off just like this. The reason is the moment you upload your image, it is going to animate it automatically into whatever it wants. But that is not what we want. We want to have some sort of control over the animation style. So just turn this off right here. Let's go back one more time. Make sure imagine is selected. Come to the prompt box right here. Click on this section right here which says attach. There we go. Then click on upload file and simply upload the image you downloaded from Wix, which is the first image. What you are going to do is to come to the box right here, right click and simply paste the animation style. That is basically how we want it to move in accordance to the story, and simply click on this section right here which is the submit, and let's just wait and it is actually going to animate it for us. And don't worry, with this particular platform too, you can generate unlimited videos with it. The thing is, with this particular platform, you can actually make your character speak. It is going to add audio to it, but I really wouldn't recommend it because when they speak, their lips doesn't really match up with the audio that is coming out of the character. So just stay away from that particular one. Another thing you should also keep in mind is with this particular platform right here tends to do too much, so you would have to play around with the prompts a little bit to get the exact one you want. So based on the prompt we pasted in here, this is the result we got. It has added a background music, so just take a listen to it. Exactly what we are looking for. Then what you are going to do is to come to this section where I'm hovering the mouse pointer, then click on download right here to download it onto your device. As you can see, what you are going to do next is this. You are now going to go back to Capcut, which is the editing software, then import the video you downloaded from Grok and simply drag it to the timeline just like this, and basically match it up with the first sentence right here. There we go. We are now going to move on to the second sentence. You're going to go back to Wix and simply scroll down to the next one just like this, then hover over it, download it onto your device. Go back to Google Gemini, scroll down and just copy the animation prompts just like this. There we go. Then you're going to go back to Grok and simply upload the file right here, then simply paste the animation prompt in here like this. Click this arrow right next to it and then you are good to go. Then you're now going to go back to Capcut one more time, import it in here and basically just match it up. Basically what you are going to do is to animate the image right into a video format and just match it up with its right sentence, starting with the first sentence followed by sentence 2, sentence 3, sentence 4 in that particular fashion. I believe you understand. That is the entire process. And with this, it doesn't matter how long your video is, you can actually generate it, being it 30 minutes, 50 minutes or whatever. As long as you are generating one video per sentence and matching it up right here, you are good to go. So that is basically it. Simply put everything together. Then come to this section which says export. Click on export right here and simply export it onto your device and you are good to go. So that is basically how you are going to generate a long 3D animated cartoon stories with free AI tools. That is it for today. See you all in the next video. Peace.
In the sunny village of Obio, 10-year-old Abina danced along the dusty red path. Her dress was faded, but it had bright orange flowers that matched the warm African sun. Abina's family did not have much money for toys, so the lush, green forest was her playground. One Tuesday, while searching for ripe mangoes near the cocoa trees, she heard a tiny sound. Swish, swish. Was it a bird? No. Abina peeked behind a giant, emerald green plantain leaf. There, she saw two long, fuzzy ears. It was a snowy white rabbit, shivering and looking very lost. Abina knelt gently on the soft earth so she wouldn't scare it.